Hi friends, it's Valerie. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to this week's What's for Dinner. If you are new here, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button and join my YouTube family. I do like food content, so what's for dinners and grocery hauls, things like that. So if you're interested in that, make sure to go ahead and subscribe and leave a like or a comment down below because it really does help my channel. This week I've got 5 meals for you that I'll be showing you, and they're all going to be quick, easy things just because I've been really busy trying to catch up with my week. We were gone like Friday through Sunday this past week, visiting friends in Arizona, and we didn't get back till late Sunday. It was already into Monday morning, and that's typically the start of my week. It starts on Sunday as far as my meal plan. So we didn't obviously have a meal that day when it came to cooking food. And then one of the days this week we just had fast food. We had In-N-Out. We were just craving it and we were busy, so I didn't even film that. But yeah, I got 5 meals for you, and I hope that you enjoyed them as much as we did, because even though they are really easy and quick, they are delicious. So let's get started. So this sandwich is something I get when I'm in Vegas. It is at a place called Backstage Deli at the Luxor. It's one of my favorite things, and so I'm going to recreate it. It's pretty simple. So I'm just cutting up some of the ingredients that they have in the sandwich. I looked at their menu and it lists off what's in the sandwich. So that's like tomato, red onion. They have cucumber, and I actually forgot that, so I have to omit that here. Then I'm taking some of this old-fashioned bread. They use like a nice like wheat style bread. This is what I had, so that's what I'm going to use. And then you'll need some sprouts of some sort. So I toasted my bread because that is what they do as well. And I'm putting mayonnaise on one half of it, and then on the other half we're going to be putting some cranberry sauce. So I feel like this is what kind of makes the sandwich in a way like the turkey and cranberry taste. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit. They say a schmear. This is probably more than what they put. They probably put half that amount, but I like it and I had a lot. So, and I'm also going to be just using some turkey meat. This is the one I'm going to be using. You could use whatever kind you like, whatever your favorite turkey lunch meat is. This is just what I had on hand, and I'm just going to go ahead and place that on my sandwich. Again, this is the part where you just do your preference. I like it. This is like the main thing of the sandwich, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and stack this nice and tall, and I'm adding some Havarti cheese on top of that. Just going to kind of put 1.5 slices because that will cover the size of my bread. I also cooked up some nice thick cut bacon, and I'm going to go ahead and put some of that on top as well, since this is a whole turkey club. Gotta have the bacon. Bacon makes everything better, right? And then just go ahead and put your tomato and your onion on there, and then your sprouts. I made up some tots in the air fryer to go along with this because that's what they serve with it there. I love their tots so much, and everyone I know loves their tots. But this sandwich was definitely on spot for how it tastes there, and I'm so excited to be able to have recreated it, and I loved it. I needed a quick, easy meal this night, and I already had cooked taco meat in the freezer and cooked Spanish rice, so I just reheated those, made some quick tacos, and I made some guac on the side with some chips, and this was definitely delicious. We always love ourselves a good crunchy taco. You can never go wrong. So for this, we're just taking a package of Hawaiian rolls. These are just the ones from Aldi, and then I'm just going to go ahead and take a nice slicing knife there and slice them all the way through down the middle here. We're just going to make like 2 halves of this sheet of Hawaiian rolls. And then I went ahead and melted a 1/2 cup of butter, which is a stick for me. And to that, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce and 1.5 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. And I was worried about this because my boyfriend doesn't really like mustard, so I was kind of worried about it being too overpowering. And yes, I could definitely taste it, but I think it was like a good flavor, and he didn't really notice or say anything about it, so it must have been fine. And now I'm adding in some garlic. The recipe that I'm going to have linked for you doesn't call for that, but I'm adding a good like 3 bigger cloves worth of garlic to that, pressing it in there, giving that a good stir. It calls for poppy seeds and I don't have any. It calls for a teaspoon of poppy seeds. I didn't have any, so I'm just going to omit that in this part and I'll substitute something else at the end for it. And now to our bottom half of the bread, I place it in a 9x13 baking dish. You'll want to lightly grease that on the bottom so your bread doesn't necessarily just stick. And then we're going to go ahead and put about half of the amount of the butter mixture on top of there, and I just brushed it on. And then I'm taking some of this horseradish cheese and I'm going to go ahead and place it all on top of that. I'm just trying to use up whatever I have left of this package. I don't want a couple like small pieces remaining. I'm just going to use it all up. So I'm just covering that all up the best that I can. And then I'm taking this Black Forest ham, and this is an 8-ounce package. It does call for half a pound, which is an 8-ounce package, but I'm trying to use up some lunch meat. Plus, it just didn't really feel like enough for me, so I did use closer to like 3/4 of a pound, close to even 2 whole packages, just to use it up. It definitely wouldn't hurt to use 2 whole packages. Again, that could be your preference. One would definitely work. It just would be on the thinner side when it comes to the ham. And I wanted these to be a little more meaty. So I just place that all across, and then I place my top layer of bread on top of that. And we're just going to go ahead and brush our remaining butter mixture on top. And I'm just like using that all. So like I'm pouring it all on top, brushing it all along the sides, even if it's like getting on the ham. Like I'm getting this all on there. This is where I really started to worry that it was going to be too mustardy. And then because I didn't have poppy seeds, I do have some everything but the bagel seasoning, so I am sprinkling that all on top of there, covering it with some foil, and we're going to go ahead and bake that at 375 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. That's what it looks like after. And I made some mac and cheese and broccoli to go with this. I just put some butter and salt and pepper in my broccoli, and that's the Cracker Barrel white cheddar mac and cheese, and it was very delicious altogether. This whole meal was very flavorful and really, really good. These are probably the best way I've ever had these ham little sliders. I've had them before, like different variations, and I've always thought they were okay, but I love these a lot. Alright, so I'm going to be using these Farmer John hot links. These are a smaller link. They're more of close to a hot dog size link, and they're my new favorite thing when it comes to links. And so I'm just placing those in my air fryer basket, and I'm going to go ahead and air fry those at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. You'll want to just keep an eye on those anywhere from 8 to 12 minutes until they're nice and colored the way you like them. I want them a little bit browned. So I'm pretty loosely following the recipe that I will have linked for you. They use hot dogs and I'm using hot links, and they have exact measurements for their guacamole, but I'm just kind of winging it and kind of eyeing what I think I would like in there. I'm still using their ingredients. It's just the amounts I'm just kind of eyeing. So I diced up some red onion and aroma tomato, and I'm also going to go ahead and dice up 1 jalapeno. And for avocados, it says 3 large avocados. Again, I had a whole bag, so I was just eyeing, and I wasn't minding if I made a little extra guac that we used, throughout the day for some snack or whatnots. But yeah, just go ahead and put all of your avocado into a bowl, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and mash up the avocado. I just use a fork for that. You can use whatever you like if you want to use like an actual masher. And then you're going to go ahead and just add in your ingredients. So I ended up using all of this onion. At first I just put some because I didn't want it to be too overbearing, and I added in the rest of the tomato and jalapeno, but in the end I did use the whole red onion, and I added extra avocado. And then I just kind of was eyeing things. Here it calls for some corn, and it calls for half a cup of corn. I had some already just leftover amount of corn, so I just decided to use that amount because I didn't want to open up another thing of corn. This was close enough. And then I rinsed and drained some black beans, and I'm just spooning some of those in there. It does call for half a cup of those, and again, I'm just eyeing it, so I'm stirring it as I go, seeing if it looks like a good ratio for what we would like. And then I added in some cilantro. I just cut up some. I think it calls for a 1/4 cup's worth, and we do love our cilantro here, so whatever I had I just kind of chopped up and put in there. And I'm just adding in some lemon juice as a substitute for the lime juice because I didn't have any lime juice. And it always works out perfectly fine for me like that. And then here are those hot links out of the air fryer, nice, and I like them nice and browned and like blistered a bit. These are so good. I love these hot links, and they really made such a great flavor for this dish. I really feel like I'd do that again without using hot dogs for this dish. I'd really keep using hot links, and that Southwest guacamole was such a good compliment for it. It just added that coolness to the spiciness of the hot link, and we just served these with Doritos, and it was amazing. This is going to be a really simple meal. I'm just going to make some chicken parmesan. So I'm going to use the really quick, easy way, which is just to take some chicken patties. I'm just going to go ahead and bake those according to the directions. Just warm up some sauce. I'm probably going to serve this with some bread. I'm going to serve it over penne, and I'll grate some mozzarella while these things are cooking and just make a salad kit, and I'll show you that in a bit. Once I went ahead and cooked the patties to their package directions, I just added some sauce on top of them, and then I put some mozzarella cheese on top, and I don't mind getting it all along the sides. In fact, it's perfect for me because it will melt and I can place that right on top of my pasta. And I made up this Caesar salad kit. This is probably one of my favorites. And then again, I served this over some cooked penne, and as you can see, the cheese is past the patty, but that's perfect because it will go onto the sides of my pasta. So the other parts of the pasta will have some melted cheese, and there's that yummy salad. And I had some fresh bread, so I went ahead and put some butter on that, and this was really good and like a comfort food, just so delicious. Thanks so much for watching, friends. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that little bell so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I hope you all are having an amazing week.